Hello, people. Happy New Year. This live is going to be dedicated to Maria because I had broke away from the bottom feeders and I was so happy because Trump's running again and I've been over there with my patriots having a ball, talking with like-minded people, watching reels. And I had not mentioned any of the bottom feeders' names because two of them are dead to me. And I don't talk to the dead. If you want to talk to the dead, go look up a certain witch that has a spirit box. I don't talk to the dead. Once they're dead to me, that's it. They're dead to me. I don't care what kind of shit they say about me or what they do. I will never mention them again. I don't talk about the dead. Well, then I get these clips of Maria, who I have not said a thing to or about. Even when all the MO shit was going on, I never called her that. I've never done a thing to the woman. Never. Let me give you a little history lesson. Chicago was pretty smart. He woke up to her faster than most people do. But when I came in to this so-called 90-day fiance world, which is not 90 day at all, they're bottom feeders, and that's exactly what they are. The only one that covers any 90 day stuff is John Yates. And old Brooke will take a picture of one of them once in a while. Other than that, these women don't cover nothing but each other. A vicious, swirling pool of bottom feeders that call cops, call jobs, call CPS, put pictures of family and children up, talk about them. I don't do any of that shit. Ever. Never have. I don't know if any of you people know much about Reddit. I've ran a few Reddit pages. Running a few right now. In Reddit, you have moderators and you let people cross-post. I had never once talked to this Maria. She didn't have a channel then. She was just one of them panel jumpers. She's never seen a link that she won't click. Never. She is on every panel that'll let her up there. At every panel, whether they have anything relevant to do with her or not, she doesn't care. So she comes at me. She didn't come at me and say, "Hey, Terry, could you please take this picture of my daughter and let her down?" I had no idea who her daughter is. I don't know to this day. I don't care. She come at me wrong. She said, "If you don't take that picture down, I'm posting your granddaughters." And it hit me wrong. I said, "Post them. Post them. Who cares? It's going to make you look bad like me because I've never done that. And I never will. I've never posted a wife, a child. Now, if the wife gets mouthy and gets involved in it, then yeah, they're fair game. But as long as the wife and the kids stay out of it, I don't do that shit. Never have. Never called cops. Never done none of this underhanded shit that this lying, vile female doesn't have a problem doing. So I told her, go ahead and do it. I said, the picture's staying up now. Thanks to the way you acted. I don't know who posted it, and I don't care, but it's staying up. So she posted my granddaughters, a picture of me and my granddaughters. Well, guess what? It backfired on her. Because everybody's saying, what are you doing posting Terry Time's grandchildren? She don't do that stuff. I didn't post the picture of her stupid daughter. I mean, who her daughter is, don't know what she looks like, don't care to. So that was my first interaction with Maria. But when I first came into the community 3.5 years ago, I came in actually to watch John Yates cover 90 Day Fiance. I got tired of it. I watched it a couple seasons. I was sick of it. It was phony to me. I didn't care about it. But I noticed all these women swirling around, talking about each other constantly. And I had already met Jen and Amber were two of the first ones I ever. And tell you something, Amber's probably worse than Maria because she's smarter than Maria. Way smarter. Anyway, Maria is so predictable. You know exactly what she's going to do. She's going to lie and say, well, if you say something about me, I'm saying, well, I haven't said nothing about you, but I am today, Maria. I am going to talk about you because you asked for it. And I have the recordings right here. You brought me into something that I wasn't even involved in. First, you tried to say I brought the mob tube over here. Well, Chicago Muscle cleared that up. I never talked to him about anybody. Ever. In fact, if any of the mob tube would have listened to me, I told them to leave you damn bottom feeders alone because they would regret it. And guess what? It's coming true because you're nothing but trouble. If the talk is not about you all the time, you're not going to hang around and listen. So I hadn't heard nothing about her. If somebody don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them. That's what I live by. So far, everybody's leaving me alone. I made a break. I got away from Mob 2 because I could see them going down the same road as these bottom feeders. And I went back to my Patriots because, after all, Trump's running. So I'm happy. I'm back in with my Patriots, back in with my country people. Happy-go-lucky. Not worried about the bottom feeders at all. And then I get these clips of Maria bringing me up. Straight up lies, as usual. So I have to address it. Because unlike her, I really have to hear something before I go and scream at people. She's an idiot. And you will rule the day you ever got involved with her. I promise you that. There is nobody she hasn't went after. Nobody. She'll go after anybody over anything. And she's done the most despicable things that could ever be done to people. Despicable. Kids. Dead fathers, dead mothers. It doesn't matter to her. Nothing is too low. Staged break-ins of a craft room. By the way, there's a bounty on the craft room bandit, people. If anybody can identify the craft room burglar, there is a reward out. I firmly believe she stages all that stuff. I firmly believe that. Prove me wrong. Anyway, she didn't have a channel. So I kept hearing, stay away from Maria and stay away from Amanda. Well, I still to this day haven't fooled with Amanda at all. I don't care about her. I don't look at her. Fuck her. I don't care. But Maria come at me over the Reddit thing. Put my kids up without hesitation, my grandkids. I didn't care. They're beautiful. And had me beside them. I'm proud of my granddaughters. She put them up there. It backfired on her. That was the last time she ever threatened me with anything. Well, then she got a channel, and then the shit really started going down. Well, I've been friends with Ann forever, so because of Ann, I gave Maria a chance. It was a big mistake, because now I've lost a good friend in Ann because she refuses to see what a vile, vicious, ignorant, lying female that Maria is. She refuses to see the evidence. So I had to cut them both loose. And that's it. When I cut somebody loose, they're loose. I don't bring them up anymore. And I want to make a little clarification on Jen. Every community, and I've been on here 18 years, not 17, 18 years. I'm in hundreds of communities. Every community has somebody that they never know what they're going to say, they never know what they're going to do, and the other content creators make all their content off this one person. That's how the Durkeyverse got started, because they all started doing videos of Durkee, and he gave them plenty to talk about, but it never got vicious until Rustin showed up. And Muscle got this right, and I don't know how he found this out about the Confederate flag thing. Nobody really knew that. I didn't care. The other guys were from the South, from the hills, just like Durkee, so they all had Confederate flags. Durkee wasn't the only one that had one. But Rustin come in there, I could tell he was an East Coast guy, and he started getting vicious, bitching about the Confederate flag. And now that I know what I know about him, it's even worse. So I was sticking up for Durkee because of the Confederate flag stuff. In the meantime, I had introduced Lauren, and she was the third person I heard about. I heard about Maria and Amanda, and then by the time I was warned about Lauren, she was already trying to hijack my channel, jumping up on every live I had, trying to tell me what to talk about, what to say. I took her over there to Durkeyverse, introduced her to Rustin. She became his mod. She was finding out everything about him. That's why I kind of believe another thing Muscle come up with. She might have been the one that exposed MRE, because she was doing undercover work for me. And then I got sick of them tormenting Durkee over that flag and calling his mother, doing this and that. So I said, look, Russ, I got this link out of nowhere. First, MRE got exposed, and then somebody who I think was MRE made sure that I found out where Lauren was, this NB channel. He knew I would know her immediately, her voice. I think it all wraps into one. But anyway, before I found all that out, I was on this dog channel of MREs, because I love dogs. Everybody knows that. And I said, if I get Durkee to pay those girls, because they were all mad at him because he owed these girls $60 or some shit, I don't remember. I said, if I get Durkee to pay that, or if I pay it for him, will you lay off of him? So Rustin, to his credit, he gave Durkee a chance to come on, And Durkee paid the one girl right then. I can't remember the girls' names. It doesn't even matter at this point. And he still owed 60 to the other girl. And I said, if I pay that other $60, will you lay off of him? Because I was getting sick of it. It was getting too dirty and too deep. And so Durkee wouldn't let me. He said, no, I'll pay it. And Rustin said, no, let him pay it. Well, anyway, it rocked on. That ended. I found out who NB was. I think FBS reached out to me. My channel is full of me and Lauren on lives together. She couldn't fucking say I wasn't right. Because my channel still has lives of Lauren and I. Because every time I did a live, here she come. Want it or not. She's up there running her mouth. So I didn't mind giving out her information. I'd do it again. She came from the bottom feeders, people. They're all the same. So there's the Durkee verse. They get their content off Durkee. They all suck his blood. They all made channels off of him. Pizza was in the mob too. Creators sucking him dry, making content off him. Not to say he's a good guy or anything, but people love hearing what people like that say. Then Jen is the content for the bottom feeders, because nobody knows what she's going to say, so she's bottom feeder gold. If she doesn't do lives, they're spinning around, don't know what to talk about, because they're used to commentating everything Jen says. A bigger community that made all their channels off somebody is anti-KJ community. And I watch Katie Joy for Sister Wives, because I still watch Sister Wives, and all these women have made their whole channel off of KJ. Their whole channel. I used to tell FBS, you might be the KJ of MobTube. And then it's the same way with the true crime. They got this Michelle girl that they all swing all their channels around. I'm not talking about the big crime people with millions of subscribers. I'm talking about the little bottom feeders. There's bottom feeders in every community that suck off the other content creators to make their channels. Every community has them. So I was leaving them all alone. Trump's running. I'm back with my Patriots. I talked to FBS so he wouldn't think there was anything fishy going on about me going to the other side. Because why would you go to another side? There's dirty people in every community. I go by individuals. Individuals that haven't ever done anything to me. I'm not going to just group up with a whole side of people when half of them are dirty and might be one or two good ones. I'll pick the one or two good ones out. So I was doing my own thing. I was loving it. I was in a better mood than I'd ever been in. I got my number 7, Kevin. He's coming on here Tuesday. That's why I want to do this today, because we have figured out I can split a screen with him on that virtual talk. And he has got some prison stories that are out of this world, because he's done federal time. He was in with some Whitey Bulger people. I don't know who, but I'm just going to let him answer questions and let people look at him, because he's fine looking. So I don't think anything's going on. I haven't been in any rooms. I haven't been commenting. I leave some comments after the video, but I really haven't paid any attention to it, because I've been so happy about having something to hope for and being back with my true blue people that I've had forever. And then this stupid, predictable, vile, female Maria mentions me. I have not mentioned her ever in a while. Believe me, I watched Chicago figure everything out, and it was great. But I have not mentioned her. So she says this. I get these clips from her. So I thought, I'm not letting this bitch go. She's one of these, well, if they do that to me, I'm going to do it to them. Well, guess what, Maria? So am I. And you started this shit. And there will be no truce, because you couldn't keep a truce for 2 seconds. This is where she's talking about me and Muscle. She's calling Muscle Metamucil. And she's calling me that woke me up. But there's 2 clips that'll be verified. I got these clips 2 days ago. Like I said, I haven't mentioned her to anybody. I never called her Momo, not one time, because I just wanted to be done with her. I hadn't made her dead to me. And I don't know if I will, because she can't keep her mouth shut. The other ones that are dead to me basically don't even say anything anymore. And if they do, it's stupid. Okay, this is the great Maria, people, in her own words.
What is it, the Metamucil guy or
Metamucil guy.
Or the old lady that's in a home.
The old lady in a home.
Up just to bother me.
The old lady in a home.
It's like, what does she mean? I sent somebody. Who did you send? What are you talking about?
She's talking to Jen. But why is she bringing up Metamucil guy and the old lady in a home?
What is the...
Guess what, Maria? I am in a home and I own it. This is the 5th home I've owned. And I own a rent house. Now, how many homes have you owned? Wait a minute. I'll answer that for you. 0. None. So don't you dare to talk about me being an old lady in a home, because you have no idea who you're dealing with. I didn't want to come back into this mess, but you've made it worth my while. You've made it worth my while, because I guarantee you this won't be the last time you run your mouth about me. I can guarantee that. So instead of just Tuesday with Terry, it's going to be another day whenever you do something stupid with Terry. Okay, this is the second clip. And there was more, but these were the main ones. You'll get the idea by these two. Okay, here comes the other one. I should have never got off of it. Now it'll take me a while to find it, but don't worry, I'll find it. Here is the second one. This will make it more clear to you. She was talking about Muscle and me. Muscle, I have no kind of partnership with, nothing. I told him he liked his music. I put Trump 2024 on his comments once in a while. I said, wow, you saw the light, when he finally figured out about Lauren and Maria. He found out about both of them. I don't know about the Gotti woman. I don't care about her. I'm still going to do interviews showing that nobody cares about the Gottis. Nobody cares. They're old news. Nobody's even heard of them. I can't even find anybody in Texas that's ever heard of them, so they're immaterial. I don't care what she thinks. I got nothing to say about her. Here's the other one that I received.
Home, what is it, the Metamucil guy or the old lady that's in a home?
My home.
Just to bother me.
My home. Something you don't have. You rent.
It's like, what does she mean?
You're your age and you rent.
Who did you send? What are you talking about?
I'm going to tell you what we're talking about. A lady.
She was saying so much shit this morning, and she's like, I'm trying to get dressed.
She's talking about Jen. She's not even talking about me, because I didn't talk about her. I don't care about her.
I got a good 10 minutes to go in there before my husband says, come on, let's leave. And she's talking all this shit about me on her live. And she said that we... home... What is it, the... Metamucil guy or
I hope I didn't get two of the same ones.
Or the old lady that's in a...
Because she says me by name.
Home... What is it, the Metamucil guy or...
Oh, I think I got two of the same ones. But
or the old lady...
The other one she mentions, Terry Time. These are the same. But she went on to say, Terry Time. Why would I be scared of a 74-year-old lady in a nursing home? I'm 71, Maria. I'm not in a nursing home. I'm in a home that I own. Something you've never experienced. You ought to try it. But I guess you like hiding your little information come out about the little bank screw-up you pulled that you've never fully understood. Your own family hates you. Your own family hates you. Everybody hates you. I don't know what in the world is wrong with Anne unless some people in Scotland are born with a brain deficiency or something. She has to see what you are and what you do. But I got tired of messing with you, so if it meant cutting Anne off, it meant cutting Anne off. I'm not dealing with you. And I can't believe I got those same clips. Anyway, the next one says how SoFlo was 4 times the man of muscle. Seriously, Maria? Are you just sticking together, the Cubans sticking together, or what? Police reports do not lie. Nobody even knows who Muscle is. They probably never will. But you have no idea if he's a wife beater or anything. You have no idea if you're saying it. You're making it up. But that's what you do. You don't need facts to run that mouth. You just run it. There's never a link you won't jump on. Never will be. Well, guess what? I don't drop links. I might have dropped 4 links. And all the time I've had a channel, and I regretted it every time I did. The only person I'm going to have on the panel with me is Kevin, number 7, or Nancy, or Sharon, or when my soulmate, Tammy, who sent me the most beautiful necklace, comes to Texas. We're going to do a live from right here at Pekingese Paradise together. Betsy has been to see me. Here's a beautiful necklace she got me. Metamucil man and a 74-year-old in the nursing home. Let me tell you something. I could knock you down by blowing on you. Don't you fuck with me. I'm warning you, Maria. You have got nothing on me. Go ahead and post my grandkids. Do whatever you do. I still won't talk about your family. Ever. I still won't post a kid. I still won't talk about your husband because I don't do that. That's your shit. That's your game. Because that's what all the bottom feeders do. Every one of them, there's not a clean one in the bunch. Good luck trying to find one. You won't. Because I've been hanging around this damn group for 3.5 years and every one of them's dirty. But that's why they can't come after me for nothing. Because I've never done it. I don't have anything in my background. The only way they know I'm a Snap user is because I told them. It's not because they investigated anything. They tried to come after my dogs a couple times. I shut them down on that because I got an award, Breeder of the Year. So, what can you do to me, Maria? What can you do? I don't lie. You can't catch me in lies. You started this shit. I just played it. I wish I'd had the second half of it. Can't believe I didn't. But I have to look and make sure it didn't go somewhere else. Because she didn't call me just an old lady in a nursing home. She called, I'm not scared of Terry Time. What's that 74-year-old nursing home person going to do? I'm not in a nursing home. I'm in my own home that I own. 5 of homes that I owned. I own a rent house. What about you, Maria? What do you own? You don't even own your own words because you lie so much you can't keep track of them. Every time somebody tries to corner you and call you out, you start deflecting, and most of the people that fool with you don't know how to keep you focused on what they're talking about. You go off on shit that happened 2 or 3 years ago. Everybody knows you've been dirty. You were on here 7 years. You were here 4 years before I got here, and your name come up immediately, and you didn't even have a channel. Don't trust Maria. Don't trust Amanda. And then later on, don't trust Lauren after it was already too late. I'd already let her on my channel. It did take me long to figure out about her. So, Maria, you ain't going to deflect shit from me. And go ahead and post my granddaughters. Get them off my Instagram. I don't care what you do, because everything you do makes you look bad, not me. It makes you look bad, because that's the type of person you are, a liar, a straight-up liar. You've done the most vicious, underhanded stuff of anybody on here. Anybody. I don't care who you name. You're the worst of the worst. So I'll call you the queen of the bot. And you've tried to go to other communities. I've seen you. You make a fool of yourself. Everywhere you go, you want to play the victim. And then when the creators start digging around and find out what you've done, they say, hey, this woman ain't worth having around. And now you go live every 5 minutes of every day with your little raspy sounding stupid voice that I can barely stand to listen to. And now you're hanging behind an avatar. I don't know how come you're not showing your face. I'm 71. I show my face every single time I go live. Every time. I'm never behind. Only time I was behind avatars when I was doing a parody of somebody that's behind an avatar. And I was acting drunk and passed out like they do. Otherwise, you're going to see my face. You're going to see my eyes. You're going to see how I look. And I cannot believe I'm going to be so mad if I turn this off and I find that other clip. I'm going to be so mad. Oh, and the name. And why do you think Maria has 2 or 3 channels now? Because she keeps getting struck. Yet she was calling a mass strike on Johnny Mac. And she was on the panel. That's how stupid she is. She's had to make another channel because she gets struck all the time. I have never had a strike. And I've had my channel for 18 years. You know why? Because I don't play other people's content. I talk out of my own mouth. And I don't tell lies. I tell whatever I think is the truth. I usually have something to back it up. So these women going around making all these extra channels, there's a reason for it. Because they're getting struck. Because they can't keep their mouth shut. And they can't use their own content. And they're lying. And they're talking about dead people. Or this and that. If they can find people to give them money, tell them send some of them my way. Because I've got a dog rescue that I love to give my money to. But I would never ask for money. I'm not that way. I've always made my own money. I've never had to ask a man for money or anybody for money. And I don't want to forget to call out Joey Dimes. Love your channel, Joey. Anthony Sessa, I'm starting to get a soft spot for you. Number 7, Kevin, will be on here Tuesday if we can get that virtual thing to come up right. It's like pulling teeth trying to get that to work. I guess those prisons don't have very good connections. But he's been in, I can't think of the people's names, but he's a barber in the prison. He's been in the federal prison for 7 years. He was in there with some Whitey Bulger people that I can't think the names of, but he's interesting, and he's fine to look at. So, if you people be ready to ask him stuff, you can. I'm not promising you he'll be on here with me, because I have to get this thing to work right before I can do it. That virtual thing that he talks on is a pain in the neck. Tammy, I love you. Thank you so much for my soulmate necklace. I can't wait till you get here. We'll go over to Allie's. She'll do your hair. We'll do a live here from Pekingese Paradise. Hyena might bless us with her presence. I didn't need her in here today because she knows all this shit's predictable and she's tired of talking about the bottom feeders. But this is not the only community that has them. They all have them. They all have bottom feeders that don't have any content, and the only content they have is going after somebody. Like that square verse now, or word verse, or whatever they call it. It's the same thing, because Durkee doesn't do lives anymore. Only on Facebook. In fact, I talked to him New Year's Eve. So they've switched to this other dude called Word. Same bunch of people coming after him, using his content, making their channels off of his content, just like the bottom feeders make their content off of Jen all the time. I guess she doesn't mind it because she gives it to them and she seems happy. They're way more upset about it than she is. Warning everybody, don't trust Maria. When you go in a community and that's the first name you hear out of their mouth, you better believe they know the scoop on her. And I've never dealt with that Amanda chick, so I don't know how she could be worse than Maria, but they were both named in the same sentence together, so got to be something to it. I ain't tried her out and don't intend to. I'm happy about my Trump. I'm going to keep my eye because I get clips on Maria when she runs her mouth, when I haven't said a word about her, haven't mentioned her, don't care to mention her. And then I knew Muscle was fucking up. I knew he would see the light, but I didn't know he'd see it that fast, but he's seen it real fast. And he's the only one that ever figured the Confederate flag thing out, between why I got mad at Rustin. I don't know how he found that out, but he did. Nobody else has. That's what got me upset with Rustin, that Confederate flag bullshit. Because I'm in a Confederate flag group here. I love them. I love my patriots. I love all my Trump people. I love my Confederate flag people. I love my Pekingese people. I love my horse people. The only people I don't love is the bottom feeders. But they are what they are, and if you know what you're dealing with, use them. Use them for content. Do something with them. Because they ain't covered 90 days. I can guarantee you that none of them cover 90 days. Might be a picture of one with a 90-day person, but the 90-day thing went out the window a long time ago. And I'm focusing on prison shows. I watched Jay Williams, 23 to Life, and Blood on the Razor Wire. Kevin will be perfect for one of them shows, the prison stories he's got to tell. And I watch true crime, all my true crime people, but there's a bottom feeder true crime bunch too that I don't really listen to. They put up fake GoFundMes and worry about everybody's money, just like everybody's worried about FBS's money. Everybody's worried about the witch money. Who cares? It's not your money. If them people want to give money, let them give money. Who cares? It's nobody's business. It especially ain't Maria's business who gets money. She spends hours talking about people getting money. Who cares? It ain't coming out of your pocket. So Maria, go ahead and keep running that mouth about me. And I won't keep running my mouth about you. And there's nothing you can come back at me for, because I've never done the shitty stuff you've done. Never. I had $1,000 out there letting one of you bottom feeders try to dig something up about me, and you came up with nothing, because I don't do that shit. Never have, never will. Now, if stuff is given to me, like the police calls and stuff, and it's obvious people are making police calls, I'm going to put it out there, because you fuckers ain't going to sit there and say, I've never called the cops, when I have proof that you have, when I have a FOIA request with you on a police call. Oh, no, you're not going to get by with that shit, because you've all done it. And Maria is a restraining order queen. She puts restraining orders on everybody. Everybody. Like anybody. The craft room burglar is the one she needs to worry about. That's who's breaking into her house. What in the world kind of person breaks into a stupid craft room, and then the picture she shows look like she's a hoarder? She ought to be on an episode of Hoarders. They didn't steal nothing. They threw stuff in there by the looks of it. Maria, get your game up. Speed your game up. You're a joke. You're a pitiful, pathetic, vicious, imbecile female that has no life. I don't know what kind of job you have where you can be on the internet 24/7. I don't know who would hire somebody like that. And listen to that gravelly, horrible voice you've got. Horrible. So, this is to Maria. I'm starting the New Year's out. But I'm going to check her every time she runs her mouth and lies about me. I'm not in a nursing home. I'm not 74 years old. I am in a home, one that I own, something you know nothing about. Maybe that's why you fucked up, because you've never owned a home. My nails are still looking good, people. Just remember, I got lots of people that are friends with me. I got that soulmate thing from one of my very best friends. I get stuff from my dog people all the time. But I have good friends on YouTube. And even though I don't care to go watch the stuff, they will send me what I need to hear. So Maria, if you run your mouth about me, it better be the facts. It better not be, living in a nursing home, 71 years old. I'm 71. I could outdo anything you do. So you've been with the same man for 30 years. What's that say? I've been with 6 or 7 men, and I still got men. That's more to be proud of than you. I don't know what you have on the guy. Feel sorry for him. I don't know him, but I feel sorry for him. If you're the only woman he's ever had, I really feel sorry for him. So, Joey, Anthony Sessa, Sylvia, my Dot, Dixie, my country chick, my gun-loving chick, and Tammy, thank you for this sweet soulmate necklace. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to wear it. All these other necklaces I got from my Pekingese people. And everything that these ladies send me, I cherish for the rest of my life. And my daughter knows. Oh, and FBS, you're still going to get the Howard Stern stuff. I've been watching some old Howard Stern stuff lately, too. That's been fun. I haven't really been paying attention to any of you. I don't really know what's going on unless somebody sends me something. The only one I watch is Joey Dimes. And, Johnny Mac did his little thing, but then he got scared because Maria was going to strike him. Who cares? The channel's not even monetized. She can't strike you for saying what she is. She is what she is. She's a troublemaker and a liar, and there's nothing she won't stoop too low to do. There's nothing. Fake break-ins. Who in the world is going to break into a craft room and throw shit in there and not take nothing? And she didn't pass the picture around to everybody. She only passed it around to one person. I seen it from him because she was wanting to stir up some trouble, because that's what she does. Well, guess what, Maria? The eyes of Texas are upon you, and I'm going to give you a word of warning. Don't mess with Texas. Do not mess with Texas. Do not mess with me. You'd be better off to just shut your mouth about me, since I haven't mentioned you until today. What Jen says is what Jen says. That ain't got nothing to do with me. If she said something about me, I didn't hear it. That's just you. That's just you fucking up one more time with the wrong person. So, people, I've got to shake my pills. For Darky, rednecks, hillbillies, cowboys, country people, and all you Trump supporters, you know I love you. And that's what I'm focusing on. So I hope I don't get any more clips of this stupid female impersonator or whatever she is, human impersonator or whatever she is, and go ahead and post my granddaughters, Maria. Who cares? They're beautiful. It'll make you look bad, not me, because I don't do that. Never will. I don't care if I just, the people that are dead to me, I still would never post none of their family or their kids. They're dead to me. I don't mention them. I don't know who they are anymore. I don't talk to dead people. You have to go talk to the witch about that. She's one with a spirit box. All I got's a psychic dog, and she doesn't talk to the dead either. So, Maria, this was for you, just to let you know that I know everything you say and everything you do, and you better be able to verify anything you say about me, because you've already lied. I'm not in a nursing home, and I'm not 74. And if I was, I'd still look better than you, because you've never looked good in your whole life, I can guarantee it. I was born with good DNA. That's all I can say. And I do my snap. I've got a wonderful beautician. And I'm healthy. And I'll be here while you're still struggling around, trying to get around. You probably will never own a house in your whole life. That's sad. That's really, really sad that you can be your age and you have the nerve to say I'm in a nursing home. You are pathetic. You're a pathetic, vile female. That's all you are. You want attention. You jump up on panels. You never seen. I've been on 2 panels, I think, in my whole life. One of them was FBS, straighten the thing out about Lauren. And, I got on Amber's panel once and she muted me because she was trying to accuse me of shit she knew was a lie. She couldn't prove it either. It's only 2 panels I've ever been on. I'm not a panel jumper. I barely can do my Tuesdays. I'm kind of looking forward to this one because if Kevin can get that virtual thing to work, I'll have somebody new that knows some prison stuff and some real mob guys out of Massachusetts. Some prison stories. Might be entertaining. So anyway, have a great new year, people. Maria, I've got people watching you. Every breath you take, every move you make, that police song, that's me. You better remember that every time you open your mouth up about me, because you can't scare me. Post my grandkids. Look up some of my ex-husbands. That'd be fun. I'd love to hear them talk to you. Nothing you can do is going to bother me. Nothing. Because I am what I am. I'm proud of who I am. There's nothing, no hidden agenda. There's nothing hidden about me. I tell the truth. I don't have problems with anybody else. Just because me and Jan are talking does not mean that I hate everybody. I don't have a problem with Sophie. I don't have a problem with Britters. I don't have a problem with Dee. I don't have a problem with Sly. I make my own decisions and like who I like and hate who I hate. And right now, Maria, I hate you. But I really always have. So just because Jan is on the rampage against somebody, don't click me in there with her, because I make my own choices of who I like. My own choices. And right now, I don't have a problem with anybody but you, Maria, so you're lucky. Have a great new year, everybody. I will see you Tuesday, hopefully with number 7, Kevin. We'll have to see how that works out. I can't give you a time because I do things on the spur of the moment. I don't like to give people a heads up. So anyway, Dixie, the Shells, Trump, 2024. Go Trump. And keep running that mouth, Maria, and I'll keep playing your own words and let you try to slide out of that, because I don't do lives very often, and if I do, they're just little ones. I'm not going to be reading a bunch of comments when I need to focus on stuff. So, bye, people. Ciao.